Hello everyone, and today I've got for you a pretty special video. After I had posted my first game of the War of the Ring 2026, online tournament, Ace and Doruk posted that it looked very familiar. So I actually looked at one of their replays here, and I think you'll find it's very interesting. So there were a couple strange things about this game, but we'll dive on into it and see what happens. The first thing that was interesting is, so we have Doruk, who I will probably mispronounce at many points in this video. You should definitely check out his channel, by the way. He's a fellow War of the Ring YouTuber, relatively new to the scene, but putting out loads of great content, so definitely check him out. And then, of course, Ace is a pseudo-regular on this channel, so you'll know him. But you'll see that Doruk has started with Shadow Lengthens and Lure of the Ring. This is interesting because those are the exact same cards that Vanali started with in our game. And then Ace has started with Imrahil and Eagles. So those are the exact same cards that I started with. So it's kind of interesting that they start off. It says, hope you like your cards. Glad that's done. Not quite sure what they're talking about there, but they roll their dice, and it's a 0 eyes, but he rolls 3 eyes versus this, and this really got me interested. These are the exact same dice that I had in the tournament, when Vanali and I had in the tournament this year. So really interesting, right? Doruk asks if he's going to go Aragorn, and they say good luck, have fun. No luck in this game. See, and this was one of the kind of funky things. Luck is given by the god that is Ituralde. I thought that was an interesting reference. I don't know what Rodel Ituralde, one of the 5 great captains from the Wheel of Time series, has to do with anything. It doesn't seem like it's very Lord of the Ringsy, and he's really quite a tertiary character, helping the Domani fight against the Shan-Chan. But anyway, they say luck is apparently fixed this game somehow. I don't know. But Ace says Aragorn is more fun but boring, and so he moves. And it's a 1-3-3. Okay, safe. Saruman goes to war. Move again, just really trying to kill Gandalf. 2-3-1. And something was niggling at me as I watched this. Is really wasn't quite sure what it was. Gorgoroth to Morannon, Edoras to Westamnet, Carrick to Old Forest Road. Nothing too crazy here. And he moves a 3rd time against 3 eyes as Fellowship. That I feel that's very bold here. Does get hit, and it's an eye. Doruk draws an eye. So, do you take Gandalf here? Versus 1 corruption, it always feels bad, right? I think we've kind of gone over this a bunch, so I'm gonna skip it for this one. Ace says to let's play really stupid and eat the corruption, and that does end up being the wrong decision, as Doruk draws an eye. Yep, awesome. Of course, Saruman gets in, and it was about this time I realized, wait a minute. Well, I'll draw the cards here because this really tripped it. Ace draws Treebeard and Guards of the Citadel, and Doruk draws Foul Thing and Orcs Multiplying. These are the exact same cards in the exact same order that Vanali and I drew. And I actually went back and checked, and those were the exact same hunt rolls too. So he must have got some sort of random seed that perpetuates. So we'll keep going, see if it holds. But so far, this is an exact facsimile of the random elements of my game with Vanali. Very strange. Ace decides to swap over to Strider to be able to get out of Moria more easily. Okay, 1 eye allocated, 2 more rolled. So, yep, Shadow's got some good options here. Free people roll. This roll, it's a decent roll with Strider's Guide. You should be able to get out of Moria. Goes ahead and hides, but Doruk's got Foul Thing, so yeah, I think that's a good time to play that. It is a little risky because you could draw Gandalf, and that would obviously be very helpful for the free people. But a 0 reveal is great into 2. So, yep, random into Legless. That works all right. But it is kind of funny because it allows to switch back to Gandalf. So whenever the Fellowship changes makeup, whether that's splitting or someone dying, you can switch the guide. So they switch back to Ace switches back to Gandalf. Still revealed, but yeah. Hides with the character die. Sauron goes to war. Start moving towards an elven pincer. That makes sense here. Fellowship's moving pretty fast, but the military's pretty slow. Elven Ring is spent to move, and Gandalf is hit for a 3. Which is, that's the exact order my hunt tiles were in. Very strange. I'll stop commenting. I'll comment on it a little bit more at the end of the game, but it was a very strange coincidence. So yeah, armies move towards a elven pincer. Gandalf the White comes in Fangorn. Okay. I think that makes sense with these cards. You have an Ent already. Southrons and Easterlings go to war. There's no Free People's Nation at war, so you can't get the Witch King. Cool. Free People draw Gwai here and Book of Mazarbul. Too bad you couldn't have Gandalf in Grey Havens. Yep. Candles and Many Kings. Again, exact same cards, exact same order. Very strange. Fellowship declares out of Moria. 1 eye allocated. 1 more rolled. Yeah, and these are the same action dice too. Very, very cool. All right. Please no day without Dawn. Card God? Card God. He is listening. Yeah, I don't know what Card God they're talking about. Yep. So go ahead and move. Safe. Whoop. Not. Reroll got you. With an eye. Okay. Take it. Lure of the Ring into a Hobbit. So, yep. Would have obviously loved to snipe Strider there. And actually Strider's in crowning range, so that might happen. Hide with the Palantir. Stack on top of Parth Celebrant, Frodo, and Parth Celebrant. That makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah. I just want to see that Aragorn. Yep. Armies stack up for the Elven Pincer. He has a funny move. No, just a stupid move. Okay. Fellowship moves. Yeah. What are you going to do? Bring the elves to war? Like, nah. And hit for 0 reveal. So that sucks. That sucks for Aragorn there. Or for the Fellowship in general. Old Forest Road is attacked. Book of Mazarbul is played for. And look at that. The first Shadow Combat dice of the game. And they're the exact same ones that we experienced in our games. So I went back and checked later. It was 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. That was the same order. So despite the advantageous position, the Old Forest Road guy dies. Too bad. But the free people were going to overdraw anyway, and it's probably good enough to try. Yeah. Funny move was moving Old Forest Road to Dale, but then you just attack Dale and give the Witch King. Yeah. Fellowship hides. Doruk, I don't even want him. Did you promise not to get him? Okay. And Doruk stacks on Eastamnet. Yeah. Fellowship's already what, 6 spaces from Rivendell, 4 from Mordor. Pardon me. I'm gonna continue to get rerolls. Was that really worth losing out on the Witch King this round because you can still attack Dale. get the Witch King. Very interesting. And Ace just goes ahead and moves. The Fellowship has roller skates on today. Ro1 is activated. Yep. 2 4s. See, exact same hunt rolls too. A 1 non-reveal. That's great. Nom nom tasty corruption. Yes. And the Southrons and Easterlings go to war. At least threaten that day without dawn. Free people drawn to Mirror and Thranduils. Yep. Same cards. I'm getting better at drawing. I don't know. I think those were fine draws. I mean, they're the same ones I got. Phlox and Deadly Strife. That's pretty good for Shadow there. Yep. Throws away Gwai here. Fellowship declares in Druiden. Okay. 1 eye allocated. 3 more rolled. So a rough roll for Shadow, but 4 eyes isn't bad, I guess. Doruk, that's not a great roll. Yeah. Misplay by Doruk there. Two Palantirs for the free people. They've got Thranduils they want to play. You could cycle out Guards and Immerhill. Some good cards, so the Palantirs aren't wasted for sure. The Fellowship moves. Is hit for a 2. Ooh, do you risk a captain here? Yeah. Get Boromir, so that's efficient. Woodland Realm is attacked. Yep. I am cycling. Why are you sorry for cycling? Interesting. Please, card god, tell me your wishes. I don't know what he's talking about there. Draws into Dane. Good card here. Phew. Hope it was worth it. Seemed pretty straightforward. Lorien, like I said, the comments here were a little weird. Almost have a really funny play. Don't know what that is. Immerhill is played. Makes sense. Woodland Realm is attacked, so we can get the Witch King. Yep. Charge. Ooh. Charge in Woodland Realm. You don't see that very often. And it's 2, 3, 5. So yeah, these continue to be the exact same combat dice that were rolled in the same order as my game. It's very strange. The Shadow, of course, forfeits 1. Gets 2. 2 back. So Shadow doesn't actually have that many guys to spare. Was thinking of healing in Minas Tirith. Well, yeah, that feels like a really obvious move. But that's the coward's choice. Chooses to move. Against 4 eyes? Well, I guess if the Shadow just doesn't hit, then that was totally a perfect move. Give me back my predetermined god rolls. Interesting. Witch King is obtained. And Fellowship hits Mordor turn 4. Crazy. So for being the exact same action dice, by this point, in my game, I was maybe at Dimril Dale, not even. Aragorn was crowned. Gondor was under siege. Minas Tirith was under siege. Boromir was in Minas Tirith, I believe. Crazy. Fellowship moves. They are hit, which makes sense. 4 dice for 4s. Get a 3. Do you take Strider here? I think so, because it's not a reveal. It says that's a good Golem pool. Let's take a look. Whoof. Yeah, that is a good Golem pool. Okay. Strider be gone. New round, Grey Company. Yep. Celeborns. Cool, Celeborns. That'll work really well for Lorien. Okay, all good. Shadow draws dreadful spells and Fighting Urukai. Maybe Fighting Urukai for Lorien? You want to keep the candles for the Fellowship. Probably Orcs multiplying again, right? No, it gets rid of dreadful spells. Dreadful spells? You don't need to see cards. Not the. Come on, man. Dreadful spells is a great character card. Uh, yeah. Don't be haranguing dreadful spells. Is this a rare 2-eye situation? I mean, the hunt pool is 4 eyes. It's half eyes. You want to deal corruption. Fellowship's at effective 0 corruption. And that's the only way you're going to deal corruption. You're not going to win a military victory with your 0 points. Right now. Is that really it? Yeah, that's it. There's no red tiles, no blue tiles. Okay, yeah, 2 eyes makes sense to me. Rolls and 1 more eye. Only 1 move for the free people. So that's good for the shadow. See what they can do. Let's see that eye. Good prediction. 3 reveal. Guesses that it'll be into Morgul Wound. That would really suck for for Fellowship. Unfortunately, Candles of the Corpses just got quote unquote debuffed because of the 2 eyes into the eye being drawn for the Mordor pool. So kind of a help, kind of a hurt. I mean, obviously you can't guarantee any results at all with Candles of Corpses, but weird roll for a shadow. Yeah, let's see what they do with this. Many Kings, okay. I'm gonna go for the Dew line plus Lorien plus DA at some point maybe. Woodland Realm is attacked, makes sense. Are we Deadly Strife versus Heroic Death? Shall it be Deadly God? Apparently, sort of. 3 hits each. Yep, that's what that is. Okay. Did those casualties go right? I'm assuming they did. Yeah, okay, there went the leader. All right, stop. Witch King's first Witch King cycle of the game. Yep. Gets Pits of Mordor. Yeah, still the same card, same order. I'm seeing all the cards I wish I had drawn instead. Interesting. Praise me with a C card. I mean, okay. Draws into Elven Rope. That's pretty good for him. Mouth into Moria. Elven Rope is played. Yep. Woodland Realm. Wow. 4 regulars versus 3 regulars. It's a little dangerous. Character card versus nothing. Dread and Despair. Okay, that makes it much safer. Or you could just roll 3 hits, and then that's very safe. Only 1 hit back. So Woodland Realm falls, and a cycle into Ring Wraiths are abroad. Not super helpful right here. First 2 points for Shadow. Okay. Celeborn's is played. Yep, that's pretty good. Draws into Swords and Eriador. Cool. So the Easterlings consolidate into East Rune for an attack on assumably Erebor. C card boss. Yeah, still strange phrasing. Challenge to the king. Okay. Not helpful. Maybe Lorien. Get a couple free dice out of it. Ring Wraiths are abroad is... Oh, yeah, that works out pretty well. All the Nazgul stack up in East Rune and Umbar. Interesting, Umbar, not Lorien. Attack Iron Hills. Cycle a strategy card. Cycle out the Orcs multiplying. Whew, barely gets the hit. Did the dwarves roll back there? Looks like maybe they forgot to roll for the dwarves. Not entirely sure what happened there. Free people draw into Wizard Staff. That's not helpful. And Scouts 1 turn too late. Now discarding. Okay. Yep. Shadow draws into Isildur's Bane and Horde from the East. So what's an Isildur's Bane looking for? A 3 is still in the pool, but mostly just 1s. So yeah. But, only 3 eyes. Your chances are 2/3 that you draw something you like here. Even to just get the blue tile out would be good. So that'll be an important card for Shadow, I would say. One eye allocated 2 more rolled, so that's good. Keep those eyes dangerous. Fellowship gets plenty of movement. Done. Shocking move incoming. Oh my goodness, he hid. Ah. Erebor is attacked. Interesting. Gonna not play Isildur's Bane? Just off the rip. Sorry, that's the wrong pool. Off the rip. I guess you're gonna wait for the Fellowship to move so you can draw a reveal, or at least a potential reveal, maybe, rather than allowing the free Fellowship to use their dice efficiently. Dane is unfortunately played for Shadow, so that's gonna suck. This is Dane. You might not be able to see it. No, he's seeing it. Iterelde. See, again, they're mentioning Iterelde. Judge. New Powers Rising. That's pretty good. Ro1 hasn't mustered at all. They did get to Eastemnet, but 4-3 should be able to take Helm's Deep. So Dewline, Lorien, Dol Amroth, maybe with Corsairs at some point. Still don't have Corsairs, but Helm's Deep, maybe that's your points. Still have to do it though. That Lorien army is by no means for sure enough. Fellowship moves. What are they going to get? The 3. So Isildur's Bane is much worse now. Will the Fellowship reveal to take less? Yep. Man, this feel wrong, but let's do it. Ooh. You didn't do anything. You just killed an Elven Ring. Wait, sorry. Oh, okay. There it is. Drew into a red tile. That's pretty good use of an Elven Ring. And yep, there it goes in. Pass. Fords of Eisen. Okay. No card. They scouts with red arrow. How appropriate. Unfortunately, did have to do it while the Fellowship, while the Free Peoples had enough dice to reinforce. A 3/2/2 is, man, if that's enough to take Helm's Deep, it's barely. Moves north Dunland to south Dunland. And just an elite from near Harad? I'm not seeing it. Feels like a very weird move. Erebor's attacked. Strategy card. Are we deadly strifing again? Just desperate battle. But desperate battle into advantageous, so that's good for the free people. Well, unless the Shadow just rolls 6s. So yeah, 3 hits incoming. Oof, only 1 hit outgoing. Tough. Press, okay. Draws into another desperate battle. Yeah, see, still the cards in the same order. That's very cool. Surely we're deadly strifing. We're deadly strifing. Here's the sudden strike pre 1 hit. 5 hits incoming and 4 hits outgoing, but that's all right. Very deadly indeed. Yep, Erebor falls with a splat. So Shadow's on 4 points. Dale is effectively free, so 5 points. Can you even take Helm's Deep though? It's gonna have to be a pell-mell dash for both sides. Horn of Gondor is drawn. Help unlooked for. Those aren't gonna be that helpful. Shelob's Lair and Corsairs. Hey, Corsairs. Good things come to those who wait, I guess. 1 eye allocated. 2 eyes. Yep. Okay. 2 movement for the Fellowship, so that's good. And I probably didn't highlight it enough. Shelob's Lair was drawn for Shadow, so that'll be good for slowing the Fellowship maybe. Fellowship, of course, moves before they get a chance. It's a 1 reveal. So with Gollum, that's just a 1. Chooses to not reveal. With that hunt pool, yeah, I think that makes sense probably. Shadow puts in Shelob's Lair. Yeah. It's actually looking not super great for the Fellowship. I mean, they hit Mordor turn 5 with pretty decent-ish corruption. They'd been hit several times. That Isildur's Bane is just waiting. Oh yeah, I know your other C isn't useful at least. Yeah, Ace has been tracking that Doruk hasn't played his character card for a while. C card. Ooh, Ace draws into file. That's good for him. Oh, Shadow lengthens. That's cool. Okay. Far Harad to Umbar and South Dunland to Fords of Isen. Okay, those are armies that can do the deed. I hadn't processed that that's what was going to happen. That's pretty cool. That's I like that. File goes in. Yep. So there's the hunt pool. 4 tiles are great for Fellowship. 4 tiles are great for the 5 tiles are great for Shadow. The 2 is somewhere in the middle. Honestly, the 2 is probably really good for the Fellowship, given what everything else is. Dale is attacked from the Witch King. Yep. No hits. Press. Runs to Withered Heath. Sure. Erebor? Oh, okay. Never mind. Just moving. Yeah, for a second I was shook. Me too. It's an I for 4 corruption. That's a bitter pill. So you're going to have to hide. Well, you're going to hope the Shadow doesn't have anything to do. Well, he has Isildur's Bane. He could draw right now. There's only 2 eyes. He doesn't do it. Fellowship's 2 corruption from dead revealed, so they can't reveal with Golem to reduce. And we're not doing Isildur's here? Very strange. Very strange. Helm's Deep is put under siege. Yep. Corsairs is played. Yep. Bringing everybody. There's no risk of a Free People's military victory. Gondor's not even at war. Move all our... Yeah, we're just going to... Interesting. Free People uses the last ring to hide. Really? Yeah, I guess Shadow should be at 5 points. It looks like they forgot the Dale point, but Shadow could win next round, so I guess you're just setting yourself up to move immediately rather than risk a red tile. Forgot to move the mouth. Oh, when you moved leadership? Okay, yeah, it puts the mouth in Lorien. Last tile is for Helm's Deep. Okay. Strategy card versus no card. A desperate battle, uncontested desperate battle against Ro1. 3 hits, 3 back. Round 2, no card. Oh, well, now we're doing Ren's Rage. Oh yeah, because for the first round they couldn't play a card. No hits incoming, 2 hits outgoing. Ren's Rage did some work. Does he have another one? I don't think so. Yeah, has a heroic death. Strategy card versus strategy card versus no quarter rather than the heroic death. Relentless 2. 2 hits, 3 hits. Yeah, played the heroic death, you would have survived that. But 3 hits. Oof. Very close indeed. So Helm's Deep falls into turn 8. Oh, they correct the score. Good. Mithril Coat. Fellowship gets Mithril Coat. Oh, but Shadow gets a red tile. And Shadow's Gather. That probably won't matter. 1 eye allocated. Yep, that's all you can do. 1 more rolled. The eyes are deadly. That's all you needed. And plenty of movement. Now, obviously, with this hunt pool, you have to play Mithril Coat. That makes sense. Lucky draw. Yep. I thought there is another way. Yeah, there is another way. Would have been way better here for Free People. Interesting. So what do you do here? Do you play a red tile, or do you play a Zilder's Bane with this hunt pool? Obviously, 2 eyes are bad. The 2 blues are bad. Although the 2 blues, you kind of don't mind getting them out. I think it probably go. I hate math. Says the guy who made a website to do. Well, maybe it's so he could do the math for you. So can I talk to you frankly? If it's tile drawer, it might be better to play. Yeah, red versus Isildur. So yeah, he's saying it's a red tile versus Isildur. Probably the Isildur's correct. You can mithril the Isildur's tile. Yep, that's true. He's gonna play Isildur's. Ooh, gets a 1. And that's not gonna get and because of Isildur's, he can't reduce with Gollum. So okay, yeah, can't reduce with Gollum. So there was if you call Shelob death, it was a 2 out of 7 to just straight kill. And yeah, okay, yeah, I don't think you redraw that. Yeah, you save it for red tile, I think. Oh, it wasn't a reveal because Gollum still does his thing. You've been holding onto a C card for a long time. Yeah, he just told you it's a red tile. But could have been Isildur's. Ace has somehow misunderstood Doruk's very, very candid comment. Oh, I bet he thought Doruk was asking if it was worth playing Isildur's and risk drawing into a red. Which I think it was very, very much worth that. He thinks it's Durin's Bane. Okay. Chooses to draw a C card. There and back again. Yep, no help there. Very worth it. Yeah, I bet. Probably Bilbo's song. Bilbo's song would have been very good. And then it's the red tile. Yeah, I kind of told you. Yeah. I thought what you meant that at first when you said red versus Isildur's, but I thought you meant drawing a red with Isildur's. Yep. Okay. Yep. So that's what he thought. Well, let's end this, he says. Okay. There's the hunt pool. He's got Mithril Coat. The card was a lie. Tisk tisk. Yep, the card was a lie. It's a red. We mithril. Yeah, we mithril away dying. So what? 2 out of the fellowship survives on the file, the elven cloak or ropes, whichever rope, and the 1 dies on everything else. Dead to a red. Tough. GG. Well, like I said, it's a fascinating game. It was a fun game. I had a fun ending. But as I mentioned a couple times, like, wow, these cards are in the exact same order. I actually went through, and those are the combat dice. All of them. All the dice were in all the cards, all the dice, all the hunt rolls, even. All the hunt tile draws. I didn't get this far deep into the hunt pool because I died. Spoiler alert. But yeah, I thought that was super fascinating. I thought it would be fun to share with you guys. Yeah, and good eye and good memory, Ace and Doruk, for pointing this out to me. That's crazy that we had the exact same draws and rolls, and it's fun to see the difference, right? Because in my game, I crowned Aragorn first, and then the Fellowship stalled at like what, Eastimnet, Western Em and Wheel, something like that. Ro1 died in its entirety in one round. Gondor completely died, like to the man near enough. And then the Shire was taken, like a completely different game. Woodland Realm was never even attacked in my game, but in this game it was a dew line Strider sprint, almost made it for the free people. And that was a little disfavored for the Fellowship right at the end there, but it was really close, and a couple different draws would have really turn that around. So obviously file or drawing there, there's another way. Anyway, it is good to know that even with, I kind of teased to myself like, well, I lost my game as Free People and so did the Strider Sprint. So the game was unwinnable, which is of course not true. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I actually have another video here. Let me see. Let me double check the names on it. But I have another strange video that got sent to me after posting my my second tournament game. B Hilly and Adobeam actually reached out, and they had something funny too. So I'll show that here next video. So stay tuned for that. All right, see y'all in the next one.